Okay, so we've talked about energy resources, right? But we extract other types of geologic materials. We mine other types of geological materials to also keep our industrialized society working, right? So we're going to talk about other mineral resources. And metals are one of the mineral resources that have really gone hand in hand with the development of society, right? If you think back to millions to thousands of years ago, right, humans worked with stones, right? We used minerals like flint to create arrowheads, to create our weapons, to create our tools, right? And it wasn't until we were able to start extracting and manipulating metals, such as copper, right, that our society started to advance much quicker. Our culture started to advance much quicker, right? Copper, it's a metal, so we were able to form it into more precise tools, more precise weapons. Then, as humans got better and better at extracting and manipulating metals, we entered the electricity age, and finally into the age that we are now, the renewable energy age. Right? So when you think about how humans have developed through time, again, it often goes back to geology. What tools, what earth resources did they extract and use? So let's talk about metals and their discovery. What do I mean by metal? Well, metal, it's anything that's opaque, shiny, smooth, solid, that can conduct electricity, and that can also be bent, drawn into wire, hammered into thin sheets, right? It's very easy to manipulate and to form to use in our society. Now, certain substances, such like copper, silver, gold, mercury, they can occur in rock as native metals. Right? And prehistoric hunters collected these native metals that formed in small little nuggets from stream beds and then pounded them with stone hammers to make tools, right? Such as that copper axe that I showed in a previous slide. And because native metals are so rare, but also durable, people began to use them as money, right? That's why we have gold, silver, copper coins, right? Gold attained particular popularity as a currency because of its unique warm yellow glow. It looked good, but also it resisted tarnish and rust. So gold became, right, the gold standard. Now, after humans were able to, find these metallic nuggets and then beat them into whatever shape we wanted, we also learned how to smelt. And this was a big step in the development of human society, right? So of the principal metals in use today, like copper, iron, aluminum, copper began to be used first, about 4,000 BCE, so it's like 6,000 years ago. Because copper smelting from sulfide minerals is relatively easy, right? So smelting is the extraction of metal from minerals. So sulfide minerals like pyrite or other minerals like that, they contain copper within them. Actually, pyrite doesn't, right? I don't know why I said pyrite, but other sulfide minerals, other minerals that have sulfur in them often contain copper. All right, so pure copper has a limited value for tool making and weapon making because it's really soft. So that it doesn't contain, or it doesn't retain a sharp edge. By chance, around 2800 BC, Sumerian craftsmen discovered that copper could be mixed with tin to produce bronze, which is an alloy. And alloy just means it's a compound containing two or more metals, right? Two or more metals mixed together form an alloy. And when you mix tin and copper together to form bronze, the strength exceeds that of either metal alone. So bronze is stronger than either tin or copper. So warriors began to rely on bronze for their swords. Then later, okay, iron proved superior to copper or bronze for many reasons. It was stronger, it was harder, there was more of it, so it was easier to get. Still, people didn't start using iron widely until about 1,500 years after they began to use bronze. And this was due in part because iron has a very high melting temperature, so it can be really difficult to work with. So it wasn't until we developed more and more skills, more and more methods to create really, really high temperatures that we were able to melt iron and work with it. Okay. More recently, right, we've perfected this, right? So people have learned to make steel, which is an alloy of iron and copper, and stainless steel, which is iron and chromium, both of which resist erosion and corrosion. And we're able to use we're able to use those rare minerals, right? The ones that are really hard to find, really hard to get. The technology has advanced to the point where we can extract them, we can manipulate them. And we use these rare metals in all parts of our high-tech global society, right? So a cell phone is just an example. Within your cell phone, you've got tons of rare metals. You've got indium, you've got tin, you've got terbium, you've got neodymium, you've got gallium, you've got lithium, right? All of these really rare metals go into our high-tech global society today.